were good enough. The musical counts.
I'll say this, right?
Aye.
I'm amazed that we were able to fight something of challenge rating 4 when we have a challenge rating of 3. When we've got you, who, bear in mind, this is by your character mostly, not by you, who does daft stuff like kicking a cat.
Yeah, that's well, I mean, technically that's metagaming. I'm amazed that it was allowed to go. But
Yeah, but I can believe your character doing it. But then we've also got Dan, who, again, in character, doesn't like any of us.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I mean, this is maybe the worst part of the game. For me, personally.
Stealthy bit.
No. Just the fact that literally everybody is doing sort of something interesting. They sort of have something going on. Literally just buying groceries.
You know what I'm saying? Your character, it's because you're playing your character. Dan's character, he's playing a support character. He doesn't actually like any of us.
That's a beta version of Windy Valley. That bit that was on screen just then. Sorry, go on. But they didn't update the screenshots when they took the beta version out.
Okay. Yeah, we've got Dan's character, who's a support character, but he doesn't like us, so he doesn't do any supporting.
Yeah.
And then we've got Luke, who's a support character and sometimes tends to forget that and try and play to like a defensive spellcaster.
The groceries. Yeah. I was listening.
Yeah.
Also, Tim, can you tell me what's happening in the story right now?
Not really.
We're 2 seconds in.
Eggman, can it be?
What an excellent start.
What's that?
Well, there's not really any story there to explain.
Drop the groceries, man. It's the only part that matters. Also, she got flashbanged by a bird.
You should watch where you're going, buddy. Hey, are you alright?
Can you imagine
No,
playing?
it's just dead on the floor. Another dead bird. Another one to the pile.
What?
I don't know what it I'm just imagining your D&D character, 6'5" and everything, but with Amy's hammer.
I was gonna say she's got a hammer. It fits.
Over, creep. Oh no! Let's get out of here.
See, Tim, this is some excellent stuff right here. Hide in the burger shop, right in front of him. He'll peer through the window and just leave. It's some advanced AI. Machine learning.
One of Eggman's robots, huh? He must have captured you, and somehow you got away, right? Don't worry, I'll protect you.
Also, that's a hell of a paperclip his wings giving her hand.
I'll do my best to keep us both from harm. I'll stand by you all the way.
Oh, Tim, I forgot. This is not going to be a speedrun because look at how quickly we move here. This is it. This is.
Oh God.
This is as quick as we can go. The best we've got into. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's just the same button. It's oh why? Okay, lock my camera for a second. Thank you. Yeah, like the only way to go faster is to do like this spinny thing, but you can only do it when you're going at full speed anyway. Where the hell am I going? Oh, Twinkle Man.
The funny thing is,
Oh no, I shouldn't see. Sorry, go on.
she's running at a more normal speed. It's just that you get used to the faster pace of like playing Sonic and Tails and everything. Especially Sonic, obviously, but
It's true. Get what you're saying, but that is not like. It might be a more normal speed. That's not necessarily a more fun speed.
oh yeah.
Also, that's a straight up fourth wall break when she looks at the camera. I'd like to see a Deadpool remake, but she's no character.
Long time no see.
Amy.
Is it ever actually explained why that bird is the amulet on it?
Yeah.
I think you should be his bodyguard a little while.
Comes into the story later.
What?
It's like a big point in the story, but it's one of them weird things where like it's a big point in the story, but for some reason it was put in one of the most side quest characters to ever exist.
No trains are
Oh,
currently
no.
in service.
I can just spoil it for you if you want, because it is this game. Stop it. It is this game. There's a Chaos Emerald in there. Don't ask why. Don't know why.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I know that it's a Chaos Emerald.
Oh, I don't know why.
What?
I don't know why he has it.
I can't run as
I don't know how it's in there.
you.
I have no clue actually.
That's why I'm asking. Like, this bird just seems to drop out of seemingly nowhere with one
Nah,
of
it
the.
drops out of his spaceship.
Well, all right. Why does the bird have it?
I don't know why the bird has it. That's mighty different than the hedgehog having it.
Look, it says cute couples can get in free. What
Oh,
are
if
we
the door
waiting
just never
for?
opened. And like every time you tried to interact with like that monitor thing, it was just like no process things allowed. Because in real life, this would be a horror. I mean, we're gonna see that it's gonna be a horror because it's getting made into a film. It's not
Yes.
gonna look pretty.
But
I don't know
at
if you've
least
seen the full render yet.
I have.
It's atrocious, isn't it?
It's
frightening.
definitely atrocious, but I definitely say it could still be worse.
Oh, Tim, you might want your sound on for this next bit, by the way. Did I? Oh, I think I unpressed it.
Hello.
Oh, who's this? Is that John?
Yes.
Hello.
I
Yeah,
didn't realise you two were in chat.
Sorry, I didn't realise that you were bothered. I'd let you know. Yeah, Tim, you want your sound on for this next bit because you don't want your sound on for that. That was loud. That was also loud. I apologise.
Oh.
But yeah, right. So in this fun kids game, you're about to get some creepy ass music for no particular reason, and it just kind of fits in nowhere. Oh, they're loud too.
Oh, they are.
This entire bit just feels weird. Oh. Like I get that they're are trying to design it as like different because the controls are different and stuff, but it feels
Amy's
weird.
hat always felt weird though, didn't it? The whole thing.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of weirdness to this game, but it's like a special kind of weird. Like with all the mirrors and stuff. As an aside, I'm amazed that the Dreamcast could do reflections like this.
Are they actual reflections though? Or
No,
are they simulated?
no, it's like a what do you call it? Like a flip side thing. But
That's what I
it's
meant,
a
yeah.
no, but I mean it's a convincing looking effect.
Oh yeah.
Is what I mean. I didn't mean like most games nowadays can't do real-time reflections like this.
Well,
So
yeah,
yeah.
I know that. It's obviously not going to be ray tracing, but yeah.
It's like I was
sorry
saying.
if you can hear it clamoring. I'm faffing about with my desktop trying stuff out with it.
I wouldn't worry, John. There's way worse sounds happening here. It's so loud. I swear
It's
the
like-
rest of the game wasn't this
Also, Tim, you'll be glad to know that I managed not to burn the house down when I was making the fire like earlier.
Then video watch out.
Yep.
Your like willingness to not do what I ask you amazes me.
Oh yeah, I also linked that thing about the next stream Chris and that we're doing in the Discord because I thought you guys might be interested.
Yeah, I saw the tweet. I don't know. It's probably nothing that will concern me, but it's still interesting.
Robot.
Well, yeah, as he said, he's got someone join in. Normally the streams are a bit more student based anyway, but they are. They will also answer like game jam questions and talk about stuff like that, and even ignoring that. Like I said, they do have like you said, they do have someone like coming in to talk. So.
Full break. Let us down. Let us go.
Ow.
Now then, Tim, tell me. Why is he
You know-
not? Why is he not taking the train like every other robot does in this game? Because nobody
I've
else
got an
seems
even
to.
better question.
Oh, okay.
Dan donated £5, didn't he?
Mhm.
And then he's donated £5 to my
Now,
PayPal.
calm down.
Shall I just completely throw it back in his face by donating the £5 he gave to me by giving it to you?
I think you should. Personally, I think that's a solid idea.
Yeah, somehow I'm not surprised that you think that.
I think it's really. I'm sure it will go to a good cause.
Sure
the thing
it
is,
will.
John, like, you do that, and Dan's just going to top you again. Like, he's
Yeah,
not going to
that's the
accept
point.
you doing that.
I'm well aware. It's a money battle. I just like, even if I put in everything I have, it wouldn't end in me being on top.
I put text to speech on, remember?
Why not?
I mean,
Did
it'll
that
put me on the
step-
newest donator. It won't put me on. I can't afford to beat him on top donator.
You can just add an extra penny.
Why you want it now.
No, top donator, if you remember, John, for Wills, it's everything you've donated so far.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
But as Dan's donated £5 total, as it says on the top donator, I've donated £2 and 3 pence.
So if you donate the £5 that Dan gave to you, it would go to £7.
Help us, please?
I know. The only thing is, then Dan will just donate another £5.
Insufficient data.
Or
Yes.
if he's feeling generous, he might even donate £10. Realistically, the only winner here will be Will.
no, realistically, the only winner here will be Games Workshop, but I see your point.
That's not part of your
And
programming.
you would still be a winner. The fact that you will go and spend your money on Games Workshop is your fault and your thing alone. Oh, that's why it's not plugged in properly. Right. There we go.
Tim, why is the robot, like, jerking?
Go.
I'm gonna keep on asking you what's going on in the story till you can tell me what's happening. Can you tell me what's happening right now, John?
I'm only partially paying attention. I can see that you're
don't
at the
think it
bit
matters.
where Amy's been captured and she's been allowed to escape, but
Okay, somebody's sort of paying attention. What led to that?
something about though you have family or whatever. I can't remember the story. I'm not really paying
You're very
attention.
nice.
Okay,
It's
we might
there,
have lost
isn't
track a bit there.
You've got a
Right.
soft spot
What's
inside
here
your
that I
brain.
can?
If you
Hey, right, like,
friends, okay?
did you see that?
No, I wasn't paying attention. What did I miss? What
Like-
happened?
Her actual iris of her eye was like clipping into the top of her head.
Oh, that sounds horrendous. He's still
It is
bouncing
dangerous
about.
here.
Who voices him? That's a very like deep voice. Tim, we don't know.
You're not going to escape from here. Let's see if you can clear this awesome game.
Let's just empty out my recycle bin because it's a bit.
Steve Brody.
Who's he? What else he done?
not much.
Well then.
I can't believe this is happening!
He's very upset that I beat his high score in his own game. Does this mean that he walks around with a hammer and plays this?
I mean, it was Sega in the late 90s, so
Behold the warrior
would you be
feather.
surprised?
Now you can do the spin hammer
I guess
attack.
not.
Press and hold the
Also, I
action
looked it up.
button
It is
and move the
Eggman.
directional pad in a
It
circle.
was supposed to be a playable character.
Hmm.
See, Tim, you know what I can do now? I can spin, and then I can make myself dizzy, and then I go even slower. And it's like the drunk. Yay!
Holy fuck. The amount of space dedicated to Steam games on this hard drive is quite a bit.
Rip.
It's the 2 terabyte from my desktop, and it's currently at 300 gigs, and it's still counting all the items.
That's a lot.
So it's now at 330 gig and still going.
That's a lot.
It's now at 365 gig and still going.
Yeah, Steam games are big.
Yeah.
Just installed Payday 2 and it's already like 60 gig or something.
Yeah.
There we go. It's stopped trying to count them. It's about 400 gig by the look of it.
What, Payday?
No, all me Steam games on this hard drive.
I was gonna say that might be. That's a lot of thermal drills.
Yeah, Payday 2, 57,718 megabyte.
Open the door.
Well,
Big game.
big heists.
Pity that doesn't make it a good game.
I think you're wrong, but
I mean, mine is a slightly skewed perspective because I stopped playing it after the screw up. Well, one of the many screw ups, but still.
that's true. You didn't play after it like got good again.
Yeah.
The
So I am
redemption.
being slightly unfair, but
I'm uncomfortable with the angles that ladder's giving. Pretty sure it's like 12 or something. It's a bit much.
what, Amy?
Yeah,
She's 8.
it's worse.
I think wasn't she meant to be the same age as Tails, or was she slightly older? I know Tails was 8.
I'm not looking this up.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing the FBI will chase you up on.
This must be the emergency drainage switch.
I know Sonic was meant to be 16. Tails was meant to be 8. Amy was meant to be like quite young, like too young realistically for Sonic, but
I don't think there's even a real. There doesn't need to be a realistically on that. Just
Okay, I'll Google Sonic characters.
you're gonna get back results that you don't like. I'll warn you now. Oh,
Aye,
that
unconscious.
freaked me out. I thought
oh,
somebody was
okay,
in
no,
here, but
don't
there's
need.
nobody
Coach
here.
just passed me what this thing. So Sonic's 15, Knuckles is 16, Tails is 8. No one knows how old Shadow is. Roach is
Well,
17.
he's like 2.
Amy is 12. Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, you were right, Will.
Yeah, you
I
were right.
wish I wasn't. It's not a good thing to be right about. Also,
The oldest
Shadow's
any of
like
these
6 months old.
characters are is Vector the Crocodile at 20.
Yeah, that's
the only
because
ones that-
that's 'cause he's like a chain-smoking 20-a-day detective.
Yeah. The only ones that could potentially be older are Dr. Eggman and Shadow, of which
Potentially?
it says. Yeah, you know what I mean.
He's
of
bald.
which their age is unknown. Oh, and E123 Omega.
He's literally just born in this, so...
No, that's the wrong one.
Alright.
I'm looking in the book for Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, no, Tim, John's on about the stupid one.
Huh.
The stupid replacement one that isn't anywhere near as cool. And that's not a biased opinion. What was I gonna say? Yeah, John's like 2 years old, something like that.
Thanks, man. Well, wasn't the whole point he was frozen in time, so he's been awake for a couple of years, but no one knows
Yeah.
how old he was before
Who's
this.
this?
Am I getting off this edge? Oh, I am getting off this edge. Okay, that's right. Shut up. God damn it, I'm not getting off this edge.
Because I think
Oh, I
part of
need to
his,
get
wasn't part of his stick was he had no memories of beforehand. Because he was meant to be like mentally all over the place or whatever.
Yes and no. He hasn't played Sonic Adventure 2 yet, have he?
No.
Nah, it's a big thing, isn't it? Sort of.
I have seen the cartoon series of the Adventure
That
1 and 2 are based off of.
Is not. No, you say this every time and you're wrong.
I'm
That's
pretty
not
sure they're...
right. No. Because every time you look up the dates, you're like, oh, Sonic Adventure DX released it, and then you're like, oh yeah, it was released after. But that's not right, because these two are remakes. I will fight you to the death on this. Mainly because they like skipped out like giant parts and were not very good adaptations.
Fair enough, but you seem to think that I care enough to argue on
Could
this.
you say this every time?
And the lip shape move.
You must care to some extent because you have retained this knowledge in your brain.
To some extent, yeah, but not enough to get into an argument over it.
I will get into an argument over it because, like I say, it was not a good adaptation. Skips out major bits and then adds in other major bits that aren't good. It's like the worst kind of adaptation. It's like a Batman v Superman kind of adaptation.
Yeah, but that really was just a complete mess up, wasn't it?
My point exactly.
They've been that one. No, so that can be deleted. They can be deleted because I can just re-download those. That can be deleted, that can be deleted.
Ooh.
Oh.
There's all stuff down here. Get up on the thing.
Colin, do you remember roughly how much space we'd used up on the 2 terabyte in the other NAS?
Should I just send him off that way? I just
I
kicked him
think
off that
we'd
ledge.
used up about a terabyte.
He's dead. Where am I going for these other ones? Oh, no, there was one right there. But I guess I'll get this one first. Has he respawned yet, or is he just still chilling down there? Oh, there he is. Yep, pick it up. Pick it up! Only got one level left in. You excited?
I'm free!
You know, I'll go to half past. I'll go until I've finished this. No, I forgot it was cutscene time.
What are all those glowing orbs meant to be?
It's the spirit of a dead person.
What's this place?
I'm not being sarky. This, you know, the orange one. This, yeah. Spirit there. Of a dead. Rip. It all makes sense in the story, Tim. I mean, it's not a lie as such, but it doesn't make sense in the story. I can't remember if I have to go through here or not. I think this is the one where it spawns you in the wrong place. I know one of these it spawns you in the wrong place. Yeah, this is it. Why would it spawn you facing the wrong way and in the wrong location? Don't know.
You're the Chow. Don't be afraid. You're safe with me.
Is it ever really explained what the KOR or whatever they are is as well?
The what?
Gee, what was
never
that?
Figured out how to pronounce the names, the little
I
blue
wonder
things.
If I'm dreaming.
The Chow?
The Chow.
Oh my! I need to get out of this place.
The little things made to sell toys. It's the best I got. I have no clue.
Where do you think you're going, Amy?
Eggman, no!
I think he just waits off screen waiting to do something dramatic.
I mean, I was thinking something else that's just occurred to me,
Go on.
right? He's quite right. Like when you're playing with oh,
That bird's dead. That was a big claw.
It's a Chaos Emerald.
Sorry, go on, Tim.
sorry, in a minute. I'm trying to think of a way to say this without it sounding weird. Like,
Oh, just go for it. This entire game's good.
At your service,
right? Eggman's some like 50-year-old guy, right?
That he is.
And he builds giant robots to try and kill, especially at the end of Tails' campaign, an 8-year-old fox.
Yeah. But the 8-year-old fox did just disarm a bomb. So,
Mr. Robot?
and builds planes. So I see your point. But I'd do that if that abomination was coming after me. Looks like he was born out of Chernobyl. He's got 2 tails. Look at it. It's horrendous.
There's something really weird about the image of you just like kicking Tails in the face.
He helped me before.
You know
Like,
what, Tim?
it's-
There's something really weird about the thought that how do they spin unless they're on a pivot?
You don't need to hurt him.
And how do you have an organic pivot?
The man makes a good point.
There's no way unless they tangle up and just. Oof.
I'm just waiting for them to have put him in the Sonic movie and have him flying around somewhere.
Oh God, no!
Don't even talk about that. That's gonna be a nightmare.
Tim, right? I propose you a question. So when he's going along fast, he spins his tail like a propeller to go faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens if he has diarrhea while he's going fast?
I knew you would say that.
Shit, it's the fan.
It does, doesn't it?
That's not even the same. That's just actually what happened.
Yeah. It's gonna spread
Straight up.
physically everywhere.
Free yourself. Come on.
why are you helping me?
I said we'd be friends, and I returned favors. Even this birdie wants you to be free.
I just got an image in my head. I don't know if it's any worse. I just imagined him trying to flap his tails like he was Dumbo or something.
I mean,
Like instead of them rotating the flap like wings.
oh. See, Tim, how are they doing that? Answer me. It's a pivot. It's wrong, is what it is. On a lot of accounts.
Also, it's not just me. Those explosions are strangely HD.
It's pre-rendered. Pre-rendered stuff didn't burn. It's because it's pre-rendered. Also, a fun fact: all the stuff that's like smoking is like damage that you actually do in levels. So it's like that. Like it has like it follows like continuity.
That's pretty cool to be fair if it does.
Yeah. When you go and do Skynet, you can see like the bits that you're blowing up, and there's a good YouTube show called Boundary Break that did an episode on this, and basically they do like zoom outs and it's like Outbound stuff, with a cat camera, and they do like zoom outs and levels, and you can see the entire level is modelled on one of the wings they carry, and you're blowing up stuff as you go along. Then the stuff that you blow up is the bit in that cutscene. It's the bit that's all like exploded and stuff. There are weird details like that you kind of like, really? That's a detail in this game?
And now to leave my laptop for literally years.
Find your family. I've come this far. I may as well go all the way. That robot said Dr. Eggman's base is in the Mystic Ruins.
Still count up my victories.
Check it out.
Oh boy.
Oh, I wish you didn't know how to do that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a thing now. Because... Oh, I can. No, it's okay. It's cool. I can. I know where one of the upgrades are, and I was like, how am I going to get there now? But no, it's okay. Don't worry, it's all cool.
You actually going to be at the lecture tomorrow, John?
Why wouldn't I be? Funnily enough, you're not meant to skip these things.
Yeah, you'd never know.
The only reason I wasn't last week is because of Global, and all the lecturers with any sense
Which
well aware that lecture's going to be a bit quiet after then.
yeah.
What?
Wasn't. Let me just have a look at the timetable. I thought there was one. I swear there was one that you just didn't turn up to. Oh yeah, you had a workshop and you just didn't go.
Oh, yeah, do you all know why that was?
Why?
Because that was the 9 o'clock one on Thursday, wasn't it?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, that might have had something to do with me and one of the other leaders for Explorers sitting and talking in McDonald's till about 3:30 in the morning. We just kind of lost track of time.
Well. I get the long hammer.
I thought you were going to bring up the
Here's the long
time when I was late for a
Your
lecture and I
attack
went
radius is now
running
increased.
in
Try the
because of
spin
the
hammer
whole...
attack.
I put my phone on silent mode, like full silent mode, so my alarm didn't go off.
See, I don't see how people do that. For me, just the act of setting my alarm is enough to make me wake up like 10 minutes before it goes off.
I do, but I then lay in bed
Yeah, that's my
until it
problem.
actually goes off.
doing it is enough to wake me up, but it is not enough to get me out of bed.
Set your alarm clock for when you need to get out of bed, not when you want to wake up. Then.
No, because then I'll be like, well, then I will just stay in bed longer. There will be like a solid 30-minute period where I'll just stay in bed, no matter when my alarm is set for.
Like, when I've got a 9 AM, I have my alarm clock set for 20 to 9. Literally, alarm clock goes off, get out of bed, get dressed, bugger off to the lecture or workshop or whatever it is.
Well, you know what, Tim? I struggle to get up in the morning, knowing that you haven't seen Red vs. Blue yet. So, maybe I'll have an easier time if you just humour me and watch the damn show.
Honestly, at this point, it's almost exactly the same
it's
thing.
not funny. Watch it.
It's basically the same as Dan not playing Raid World War 2. Like he's saying, I'm just doing it out of sheer.
No, it's the same as when I buy John a game and he doesn't play.
Don't know what you're on about.
Audio
Oh,
Surf
boy.
is the only game that I've ever bought you that I've seen you play.
Okay, yeah, my laptop is genuinely going to be busy for like the next 50 hours.
Oh, why are you finding it?
5-0.
Yeah, well, a random saying, but it probably will be. Basically, I'm transferring all my stuff from the old NAS onto the hard drive from my desktop, so that I can wipe it and stick it in my new NAS, so that I actually have a NAS that runs at a decent speed. But that slow speed at the moment is meaning that to transfer 520.4 gigs of files, and it's currently, with the file it's on, it's transferring at 87.5 kilobytes per second.
That's not good.
This is why I said I wanted to change NAS, and this is why that I'm moving over to my new NAS.
Is that transferring from the old NAS to the new?
No, from the old NAS to a hard drive plugged into my laptop.
Right. Your laptop's not going to be at the lecture, is it?
It's not looking like it, no. Which will be annoying because I was going to sit and work on it for a few hours before my workshop after, but oh well, I'll just have to come back and pick up, see if it's done.
Also, John. Was that fight last night really a 4 credit rating?
Yes. The reason that you guys beat it, and it is the same reason why I made it more challenging than what you needed to, is because you all got a because you guys had the surprise attack, you all managed to get off a fair bit of damage in that beforehand. So that, and the things that you were fighting technically had other skills that they didn't use, but that's because they weren't appropriate for the fight they were in. So
Has to be one of the most inefficient lifts I've ever seen.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd build one. If I had the money and the time, I'd have one.
I'd build one just for the sake of building one,
Hey,
but
Tim.
for efficiency's sake.
This is literally the most useless mechanic in this entire game, but it exists. It's
What?
a thing that you can do. That's why the stream's named like it is. You can hide.
So it doesn't do anything.
Well, it does, but I mean, he saw me go into it, so in this instance, it does nothing. Did I just see the? Wow, Okay. The door didn't render in, so I could see that it was the correct door. Let's see, he doesn't know that it's me. Actually, maybe he does. Yeah, look, see, he's got a question mark above him. He don't know it's me.
Never mind the fact that you're walking around in the can.
Yeah, that's fine. How the hell do I get up? Oh, never mind. I'll jump on the can.
I never knew that was a mechanic.
Nobody did. You can. He has like a. Well, I think he does. He has like a line of sight raycast kind of thing going on. So you can actually hide behind like objects as well. It's just that it's very rare that the opportunity happens to use it.
I saw no sign of your relative.
When you can just smack him with the hammer as well, and he immediately just falls over.
Yeah.
It's like it's so pointless.
Carrier. So maybe your family's still in there.
Face looks weird.
Let's investigate.
When it's using like the mouth model, but like it doesn't switch back to the one without a mouth, if you know what I mean. It's not talking. There's like a weird like lip there. It's kind of gross. Now for the bit that I thought was horrendous as a kid, trying to find the way out of the jungle.
Glad I'm not the only
Okay, a
one.
minute.
It was atrocious, wasn't it? Everything looks the same. So before you ask, yes, this is the quickest way about. You have no option. No, it's not where we need to go.
It's still so slow.
I know. Oh, God, oh, look at the ladder climbing speed, Tim. Look how slow it is. You want to get to the robot and big, you'll see how quick they climb this ladder, and you'll be like, well, why was it set so slow? You'll understand the pain. It's a good job I didn't fall off that thing, because I'd have been annoyed. That'd have been actual anger. Jesus, the water fell. Cutscene time.
Oh boy.
See, Tim, do you know where his family comes from? Do you know why they're just chilling out there?
Why?
Do you want me to tell you?
Go on.
Oh, you got wrecked.
Oh no! Are
Because the other two, they're powering robots. One of them's in Gamma,
you idiot!
and the other one's in the white and black one there. And that's why they're just chilling out there, because this takes place just after Gamma Storians. R.I.P. Suspiciously no dead wreckage though. Maybe that would have been too far. Oh. It's a good start.
Oh, you didn't even have any rings.
No, I didn't realise that the hitbox on him was that big. Oh, yeah, the hitbox on him is huge.
I'm hungry, but I don't know what to have to eat.
Food? Question mark?
Need to do a shopping trip tomorrow.
Oh, I can't be bothered to work out how long this is going to take. Let's Google a tool, see if I can figure it out, find one.
Eh. Give me, let me get the ring.
Oh.
It's a bit longer than you thought, isn't it?
That,
Skip
this is
3
estimating
days.
that it'll take nearly 2 years.
Sounds about right.
Is your laptop plugged in?
It's not my laptop, Tim. Yes, it's plugged in, but even if it wasn't, it wouldn't be that bad.
Is your NAS
the-
plugged in?
It's the old NAS. It just simply, for whatever reason, it averages anywhere from 80 to 95 kilobytes per second, and it just refuses to go faster.
This seems like this was very unoptimal for the job that you were going to use it for.
Yeah. Like, originally it was fine, but it just got slower and slower. We got a gigabit NIC to throw it in, because the onboard thing is 100 megabit. But it just didn't make a difference. We couldn't figure it out. That's why I went and built a new NAS out of Tim's old Athlon NAS, which works far better. Between the better OS and the better hardware, it's just far superior in every way.
Have you just got like a little midget in it just with a Morse code machine trying to tap out as fast as he can the digits?
That would probably be faster. I'm not even kidding. But,
So happy.
going to this website,
I'm going to try my best too.
so it's not looking good.
Just watch me. I'll make that Sonic respect me. And by that time,
I don't
it's gonna be
think
too
it'll
late.
take nearly 2 years. That doesn't quite seem right to me.
Well, let's figure it out. It's 520 gigabyte. Divide by 1,000. Divide by 1,000? No. Times 1,000 per megabyte.
Well, if you all be proper, times 1,024.
Yeah. That needs to be. And then, so it's 520 million bytes. Kilobytes.
Divide by 90, because that's roughly its speed.
So 5,777,777 seconds. Divide 60.
How many
minutes.
hours?
Divide 60 for hours. 1,604.
Are you sure that's hours and not minutes? Have you divided it by 60 twice?
John,
What?
do you really have to ask that?
Just checking. Christ.
Amazingly enough, I know how to do time, John.
Okay, how long did you say it would take?
1,604 hours.
That's a lot of hours. I have fewer hours in
That's-
payday.
That's
66.8
more hours than
days.
what I can afford to give this.
66.8 days.
Would you two like to see something interesting?
I can't wait 66 days.
Yes,
I can't do that.
Do you know that's a picture of him?
alligator.
Crocodile, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's outside my auntie's house. That's what that's taken from. How terrifying would that be? Walking outside and there's just an alligator chilling on your porch. I don't want to do it. Well, you know what's next, Tim, don't you? It's the big one, in both senses of the word. Oh, I wish there was a co-op on this,
Why?
because then I'd have you witness it with me. Who wants to say something exciting in 40k? They announced another new squad model. So, we're getting closer and closer and closer to having dwarves back.
Dwarves?
Yeah. There's dwarves that used to be in 40k called squats. And then they sort of like retconned them out for no particular reason. And then in like the past year and a half, there's been like 10 new releases tied to them. So like they're doing an awful lot with them. If they weren't going to make them a faction, it'd be weird. Or at least like a faction that you can tie with someone else. I know you can take them as part of like Imperial stuff. No. You can use them in Kill Team too. There's two models that you can use in Kill Team. They're both like hero ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can use squats now, which is weird. Because like they just disappear for 20 years. So it's weird for them to like all come back in the space of a year and a half. Also, since we've finished that, I'm done with this stream. That's enough for me today.